Hi guys, I'm back again. It's sometimes wanting to be our best is the very thing that can hold us back. So, if that's a word for you, I'm just here to remind you that as you are, execute to the world and give it your best, and your best will be enough. I believe in the beauty of being my ordinary self and bringing myself to you guys as I am. Like I was speaking earlier, I'm not a therapist. I'm just your ordinary friend who shares their views and opinions, hoping that it can be impactful to you and in your everyday life. So today I want us to talk about individuality. Sometimes I believe that a lot of people suffer within themselves because they don't know how to be themselves. They don't know how to navigate through a world that is constantly always telling you what to be, how to be, when to be. I think that noise gets so overwhelming and it gets scary for people to come as they are. But I'm here to remind you that individuality is a gift. Who you are, just as you are, is your blessing to the world. I believe that in every individual lies this beautiful inner compass that is leading you to every moment, people, places, and things that have your name on it. A lot of times people are so afraid of taking up space, forgetting that there are spaces that are yours to take. So at every moment, with love in your heart, you should be okay to having your voice heard, having your body or your existence take up space. You are allowed to take up space. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to do the things that feel real and feel true to you. Doing this and having this podcast or having this YouTube, whatever, kudos to everyone who do this because it does not come very natural to me. My opinions are from my mind, they are from conversations that I have with people, and that is what I want this to be. I want to come with my own individuality. I want to come with my own uniqueness. I believe in the power of uniqueness. I believe in the power of coming as you are. I feel like when you move with your most authentic self, you give your best to the world. When you make decisions that really lie in the heart of who you are, you're able to leave moments and things that are so impactful to people around you, those you know and those that you don't know. When you are yourself, you're able to touch people in ways that you don't even realize just by being who you are, being authentic. We all have things that we have to work through, but as long as you always come with yourself and you do it with love, that will always be enough. I think sometimes we all have this problem of being ordinary. We don't want to be our ordinary self because we think ordinary is so basic and you have to be an expert at this. You have to be just the greatest, or it's okay to be the greatest, but that's largely in your own world. There's this thing called coexisting. We are coexisting with each other. And in the laws of coexisting, you can't be entitled. You can't impose your ideas and your life on other people. You can only flow with each other. We can only flow with each other. We can regard each other, hear each other out, give each other space to become and to be. I think that we all know that we're different, but we don't allow ourselves to be different. It's such a crazy situation. And in the little ways that I can, in my own ordinariness, I want to be able to give extraordinarily to the world. I want to give my truth. I want to, and my truth may have, like I said in my introductory videos, scratches and scars, but I still think that that's okay. I still think that's the whole point of being a human being. I still think that's the whole point of existing. I think existing has nothing to do with perfection. Perfection is just this illusion that it's like this demon, this disease that is just stuck on people's minds and people's hearts, that only time and you choosing to be yourself can help you get rid of it, or it falls off. It's an illusion that keeps many of us trapped. It keeps many of us trapped in this box where we do not exist. We just live. We don't feel alive. We don't know what to give to other people. We don't know how to give it to other people. And I just want to be that ordinary friend of yours who is constantly reminding you to be yourself, to take up space. I want you to tap into yourself. I want you to silence the noise of how to be, what to be. You know what to be. You can get help when you need to. I believe everyone should seek help in the ways that they need to, but personalize that help. Ask yourself questions. How does this fit me? What does this make me? Who does this define me as? And if I'm okay with it, then I will do it. A lot of times, because people don't really know how to be themselves, they're offended by people who are themselves. And those people who are themselves, the only thing that makes them different from those who don't want to be themselves is a choice they make. They just make a choice and say that, you know what? From the day I'm alive to the day that I die, I am going to give my most authentic self, understanding that that is not going to be accepted by many people, and that is okay. We need to all deal with our levels of entitlement, deal with our, the narcissism that lies in every single human being. It's so easy to call everyone a narcissist, or we are living in a narcissistic generation. People are blinded by their own selves. And the more that we can honor ourselves, is one thing to have pride, and is another thing to be led by your ego. Your pride is what keeps you. It keeps your values. It keeps you understanding what is yours and what is not yours. Your ego is the thing that demands that other people step down because you're alive. It's an illusion, and we have to all get rid of it in the ways that we can. In our friendships, in our relationships, in our loves, in all the moments that make us. We should be able to give people the room to be. Understanding is the most powerful thing you can give to another person. In many ways, understanding is so much greater than love. Because for love to thrive, you need someone who understands you. You need a person who can see you clearly, who can hear you when you talk. And you will not be able to find your people if you are not tapping into what makes you you, your individuality. I believe in the inner compass of everyone. I don't think we find diamonds in the soils and in dirt for no reason. I take that and I look at human beings. A person doesn't need to be the greatest or the flashiest or the most loudest. And even the ones who are that too can come with a lot of meaning within them. I think we find meaning in all kinds of people, in the lowest of lows, in the highest of highs, and the ones that are in between. They're great people that lies everywhere. And we should be able to tap into, and only when we tap into the core of who we are, will we find our own people. You have to be yourself. There's a leading of your heart. There's a leading of your life, your purpose, your destiny. There's something that happens when you try to ask yourself questions. Who am I? What did I come here to be? Who did I come here to be? And that leads you to the people that you're meant to experience life with, the moments that just change you, the moments that evolve you. And I don't want you to always think that you have to have every single thing figured out before you can be yourself. You can do a lot with what you have. You don't have to wait to have everything in the world to be your best self. With what you have, learn how to bring your best foot forward. With the little you have, do your best. Even the Bible says, and for those who are not Christian, it's a beautiful scripture in the Bible. You can go and read it. It has way more meanings than religion. So basically, it talks about how, and I believe that, I think it spreads across life in general. Those who are able to do good with less, they will be able to do good with more. So you have to figure out what you have. This is where I am. Be honest with yourself. And this is where individuality comes in. This is where I am in life. This is all that I have. What can I do to make sure I do my best with this? And in so many beautiful ways, it will lead you to places that have more waiting for you. I always say something to people. We are all arriving in different places. We are constantly arriving through life's journey. You're constantly arriving somewhere. You're learning something. When you get to that place, when you arrive in that place, please make sure you arrive well. Make sure you arrive with a righteous heart, a strong mind, a loving spirit, a heart full of love, ready to accept and ready to give. I want you to ask yourself, where are the places that I've been less of myself and more of what other people need me to be? And when you ask yourself that question and you find your answer, you have everything within you to do with the answer as you please. My job here is not to tell people how to live. My job here is to share my opinions, share my views, and hope that it makes sense to somebody else, because I'm not entitled to it making sense to every single person out there. That is my way of respecting the existence of other people. I have the shades that I look at life through. It doesn't have to be the shades that I demand other people to look at life through. That is my way of showing love to the people that I do life with. Whether I just experience them, whether they're in my life, they're my siblings, friend, whatever it may be, I understand that other people matter and their views also matter. So going back to what I said before, ask yourself, where have you been less of yourself, and how can you do this life that you can show up more of yourself? Because it's so easy for a person to think that, it's time to say goodbye to everything. People always think they have time. And because of that time, they waste time. People think they have time so much that they waste time. It's so crazy. I want you to remember that every moment you're giving to be alive is a blessing. And I want you to use that blessing being entirely, truly, fully yourself. Because in that lies everything that is special about you. In being okay with being just who you are and giving your best in those ways, life just has this beautiful, deep sense of meaning that everyone deserves to experience. In every person that is chasing the views of other people, in every person who is doing everything they can to be accepted by people they don't even know, people they know or people around them, lies an unhappy person, lies a person who doesn't have balance within themselves, lies a person who is constantly contradicting themselves. If you want to give your loved ones your best, you have to seek out what makes you you and then use that to be a blessing to those who are around you. There is beauty in the fact that there is no one like you. There is beauty in the fact that there's not going to be any human being who is going to be created just like you. You are different. And if you choose to be, you don't have to be replaceable. And by being yourself is the only way that you can experience never being able to be replaceable. You are enough. I need you to let that sink in every day. You are enough. And the people who love you for who you are just enough for you too. And there's this peace that comes with, giving who you are to people that can never be replaced. It can never be bought. It can never be made. It's just on the inside. A lot of times comparison messes things up, because from the point of when you look at things from, oh, this is who I am, these are the things I like, these are the things that I want to do. When you compare yourself, you're completely distracted. So comparison introduces distraction, whereby individuality keeps you focused. So individuality doesn't say, don't put in the work, you're good as you are. I don't believe in the saying, take me as I am. We're all here living with each other. We're all coexisting. It's okay to be yourself, but remember that you're coexisting with other people. You don't pour yourselves the negative things. Other people are going through things. I saw something one day when I was scrolling, and the person said that people are not just backdrops. They are human beings going through their own ins and outs. So I feel like you have to honor your fellow person because they're going through the ups and downs, but don't compare yourself with the person. Don't think because this person is doing A and my A doesn't look like their A, and maybe they're doing a lot better, that means my A is not beneficial. That's why a lot of people sometimes don't do anything, because they think, oh, it doesn't stop the importance of things like money. It doesn't stop the importance of things like education. It doesn't stop the importance of things like putting in the work to be your best. Be yourself and give the other person the room to be themselves too. Do you understand? So that's the whole point of that's the whole point of my existence. That's how I choose to live. That's how I choose to make friends, to deal with my family. I want to be myself, but I don't want myself to make you seem like you're small or you need to shrink yourself. My point of being myself is a mirror to remind you that it is okay for you to take up space. It is okay for you to share your views, as long as you are respecting your colleagues at life. We are coexisting. In the world we create, it's okay to, create in your home, in your relationships, in the things you use your time to do. You are very much allowed to be entitled towards yourself. But giving entitlement to every single human being you live with, telling them they have to be a certain way, they're not allowed to be themselves, they're not allowed to have their views, it's kind of a very unfair way. It doesn't mean people should be lazy. It doesn't mean people should be reckless or irresponsible or disrespectful. We should be here honoring ourselves. And honoring ourselves in many ways is giving each other the room to be and the room to exist. Moving forward, guys, I want you guys to be able to tap into what makes you different and realize that is what is going to constantly make you special. I'm always here, your friend, who believes that being ordinary is an extraordinary thing. Being ordinarily yourself, giving your best, feeling your best, becoming your best, putting the work that you need to put to give out your best to yourself and those that are around you. Your individuality matters, and your inner compass is directing you to all the places that are yours to take. So please go ahead in the world, taking up every space that is yours. And remember that OAHA loves you with all her heart.